Right. We have to write our ideas down and sit it right there on the nightstand, and you got to see every day. You see certain goals. You can write down 10 goals, and then in 12 months, if you ain't accomplished none of those goals, then you're running in place.
I am Shinobi.
Darwin Bernardo once quoted, "Make your future so bright that you can see in the dark." Zinziga once quoted, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." And he also quoted, "Do something today that your future self will thank you for."
This world's fake, but I'ma keep it real. Bitches don't care how you feel. Haters put you down or get you killed. My hustle's over Yagra going up the hill. My sample's tight, that's forever sealed.
A character study into the magnificent mind of Floyd Mayweather Jr., the cheat code.
8 rounds, dancing and grappling for 8 rounds. Congratulations. One thing about me, I don't go back and forth because we went out there, we did what we had to do, and that's what it is.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. revolutionized the sport of boxing, not just boxing itself as a whole, as an institution, as a artistic art form, but more on a more philosophical, spiritual level. He envisioned success in his mind. Although it wasn't in the physical, he embedded it into his soul, and he was destined and determined to fight for what was his. Not in the physical form, but in the mental form that he had already envisioned.
When you're fighting at this level, there's no loser. When you're fighting at this level, there's no loser. I mean, I ain't never known a man to make hundreds and hundreds of millions that's a loser.
Floyd Money Mayweather was from a broken home. Yes, he was from a sporting family, boxing in fact. However, there was no silver spoon under his pillow whenever he slept at night. He had warrior's blood. He had to fight for what he wanted. He's from the streets of the hard knock life. His dad sold drugs when he was young. His mom was addicted to the crack. However, that didn't crack his aspiration, his desire, nor his determination to conquer and change the odds for once.
My mother being on crack.
Yeah.
My dad being shot when I was a kid. Actually, my dad was holding me when he got shot. I was a kid. My dad picked me up when my dad got shot. Actually, my brother shot my dad, my uncle.
Floyd Mayweather strongly advocates speaking things into existence. Wow. When it's done right, consistently, with 110% all in, boy, oh boy, does it pay off. Floyd Mayweather applied a sense of equilibrium theory to his business dealings. He understood that in this nature, this realm, there's a balance, a conflicting battle of opposition. There's light, there's dark, there's good, and there's evil. Floyd Mayweather understood this logic, this philosophy, this theory. So instead of trying to splash the cash. He did so, but on his own accord. He ensured that he made smart investments, real estate, Bitcoin, and into various other tech and digital currencies.
Billion dollar buildings. I own so much property, and I'm steady investing in different things. I'm investing in the tech world. I made a lot of smart investments.
To secure the success and the financial freedom that his children and their children will sustain. Legacy, maybe?
Over you, occupy a bitch and then leave her. Don't blame me, I was once a nice guy. Surroundings and experience made me this guy.
As Floyd Mayweather prepares himself to retire once again after beating Logan Paul in an exhibition bout, he understands that not everyone is on his side. He's heavily criticized. A lot of people brand him as boring, too defensive, and the whole notion that he is very cunning in terms of handpicking opponents.
You talking about fights that gotta go out there and really fight right now in the sport of boxing. They're fighting, they make $3 or $4 million. Just leading up to this fight. Just leading up to the fight. You know, my trunks alone, just my trunks alone, 30 million, just with the patches on my trunks, that's 30 million alone. So, who's really the smartest one in the sport of boxing? And y'all getting upset?
Mayweather clearly states that he has nothing else to prove in the sport of boxing. He's accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish. 50-0, and he's very proud to stand by that. And it just lingers on, and it hits home, and it's eloquently profound to acknowledge someone who is comfortable in their own circle. And it asks us a question that's significant action. Are we content with our own circumstances? Can we say that we have total autonomy, the ability to govern oneself? Do you have total control of your life, of your action? Mayweather grabbed his own accord. He was formerly managed by a boxing promoter that wasn't cutting him an adequate check.
The early sacrifice that I made, that I talked about, when I was signed with Top Rank, I was with a company from 1996 to 2006 for 10 years. Beat the best fighters and didn't make 8 figures at all. I would make 8 million, 7 million, 6 million on the regular. As soon as I became my own boss, my first paycheck was 8 figures. And from there, you know, I was able to pay myself more and more, and I was able to be my own boss and earn what I wanted to earn.
So instead, he took a risk. He rolled the dice, and he decided to incorporate Mayweather Promotions and manage and promote his own fights. Big, huge risk at the time. However, he betted on himself. And that's a key lesson for us to learn from and acknowledge. Always bet on yourself. I mean, no one will ever invest in your own dreams. So why not do it yourself? Or waste time and valuable time waiting for someone else to invest in you. Be your own boss. Roll your own dice. Open your own doors and build your own foundations. Invest in your own dreams, and Mayweather was excellent at doing so. Cheat code? You just got to look at the blueprint, and valuable lessons and tools and manuscripts are found within.
My dad pushed me to be great. My kids will be great because I would push them to be great. Not in boxing, just in business. Whatever they want to do, whether it's music, real estate, football, whatever they want to do, I may not approve of it, but I will always push them to be great.
This world's fake, but I'ma keep it real. Bitches don't care how you feel. Haters put you down or get you killed. My hustle's over Yagra, going up the hill. My circle's tight, that's forever sealed. Doing 9 to 5's, that's not the deal. Success is a real nigga's will. I'ma work to get a bunch of nils.